All right, good morning, everybody. It's your boy Akeem, and welcome to today's blog. I'm here to give you a recap of Week 5 of the 2015 college football season. Now, I had a bad week this past week, due to my picks. I actually went 8-8 overall, just 50%. I was definitely looking forward to raising my stakes, but I actually picked a couple of key losses, and just like I said, they went 50-50 with my losses, and which I will explain. Now, I'm not gonna go all over the place like I usually am with my with the games I'm going to talk about. I'm actually going to head back from counts numbers on 1 through 15 at the end of the week. At the end of the week 5, according to the AP poll rankings, I'm going to talk about each team. Starting with number 1, Ohio State. They still have the top spot in the nation after even edging out Indiana 34-27, a close victory. Ezekiel Elliott actually had a great game, over 230 yards on the ground. At number 2 is TCU. They pulverized, just flat out killed my Texas Longhorns 50-7, and I definitely believe that Charlie Strong is on the hot seat. He's been doing not a great job as head coach since the beginning of last season. At number 3 is Baylor. Seth Russell had a big game in which the Baylor Bears did win 63-35 over Texas Tech. At number 4 is Michigan State. They barely beat the Purdue Boilermakers 24-21 this past weekend. At number 5 is Utah. A little bit of a confusion with that, as well as some of the other rankings, and I will explain that later on in this video. At number 6 is Clemson. They had a close win over Notre Dame. They came into that matchup against the Fighting Irish, ranked 12th, and they jumped up at number 6, pushing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish back at number 15. At number 8, another team that I was confused of why they would rank this high, is the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, yes, they killed Georgia 38-10. They did a great job stopping the run. It's only which Nick Chubb did have a break the school record for most consecutive 100-yard marks, but that was mainly due to one huge touchdown run he had in the second half. At number 9 is Texas A&M. They'd had a great game over Mississippi State, another SEC opponent, and now Mississippi State is out of the race to make it to the SEC championship with 2 losses in conference play already. At number 10 is Oklahoma. They had a big game over West Virginia, and West Virginia actually had a good defensive team entering that showdown, but Oklahoma definitely called them out and pointed out their weaknesses, winning 44-24. Next up at number 11 is Florida. Now, I really believe that they should be a top 10 team, and I'll explain later on in this video, but they had a huge win over then number 3 Ole Miss 38-10. And I have to give a shout out to my man Ben. He actually he is a big Florida fan, and I doubted the Gators in this matchup. I went with the Rebels in this one, but he proved me wrong, and his team definitely did a great job. Will Greer did a good job passing the football, even though he was dealing with some pressures. He still had did a great job releasing the ball and getting the ball to his top receivers. At number 12 is Florida's rival Florida State. They came with a close victory as well, 24-16 to Wake Forest. And there's a little bit of scare with running back Dalvin Cook with the hamstring injury. He is day-to-day, and as of today, he is leading the ACC with 570 yards on the ground. At number 13 is undefeated Northwestern of the Big Ten, which was a big shocker, but they did have starting off with a great season due to a great effort defensively and from running back Justin Jackson. Now, yes, he is averaging just 4.6 yards per carry, but he is definitely reminding everybody of Autry Denson in the 1996 season, in which they Northwestern did make it to the Rose Bowl due to his great efforts in running the football. At number and great defense. At number 14, backed up is Ole Miss. They came at number 3 entering Saturday, but then with a huge loss at the Swamp, they definitely bumped back at number 14, and I understand why. And at number 15 is Notre Dame. Now, there is a lot of controversy as far as these picks. Also, I forgot to mention number 7 is LSU, led by running back Leonard Fournette. Now, I'm just going to talk about some of the rankings. I definitely disagree with a lot of the rankings. Now, at number 1, Ohio State. Now, I really don't believe that they should be number 1, but they, at the same time, I understand why, and they do kind of still deserve the number one at the same time because they are the defending national champs. TCU definitely deserves to be number 2. Baylor, I kind of understand at number 3. Michigan State with a close win over Purdue, I don't think they should be number 4. Nor Utah at number 5. I think they should be bumped back a couple of slots. I think Clemson should definitely crack the top 5, as well as LSU. Now, one team that I was mainly shocked most was the ranking of Alabama. Now, yes, they had a huge win at Georgia, 38-10, but I believe that because Florida is still undefeated and they did a great job beating Ole Miss, the team who actually beat Alabama so far in the season, I actually think Florida should be ranked higher than this. I actually believe that Florida should be ranked around 7th overall, and I think that Michigan State and Utah should be bumped back. I think the top 5 should be Florida, LSU, Clemson, TCU, and Ohio State. I think it should be those 5 teams in the top 5 overall. I'm a little bit confused with that. I kind of understand how they come up with the rankings because they have to use the computer system, the point spread, the strength of schedule. But what I've been seeing on the field is really what matters most. And Florida should definitely be cracked into the top, within the top 6 at least. But I believe the top 5. I think they've been doing a great job so far under new head coach Jim McClem. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be this week on Thursday, where I will give you a preview of week 6 of this season. Thank you for watching today's blog. I'm your man, Keem McCall. Be easy.